I know it's a very busy schedule. The Dean of the Goldman Public Policy Schools, Professor Henry Brady.
Thanks. My job here is to be the enforcer, so I've been trying to work through my inner Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. But that means that I will interrupt the candidates if they talk too long. And we do have strict ground rules here that I really want to meet because we want to get through everybody and we want to get through a bunch of different questions. So the ground rules are this. The opening statement is going to be about a minute max. I've increased that from 30 seconds because I heard a lot of complaints from people saying that's actually not. Okay. So, but a minute I will stop you, and that means I will first look at you with a glare, and then I will literally say, please end. And then if that doesn't work, I will come and loom over you. I'm a good loomer. So for questions, it will be 50 seconds to response. So once again, please adhere to the timing. Jennifer Henry here is going to be the enforcer in terms of time. So we have a Henry. I'm Henry Brady. This is Jennifer Henry. We have a Henry moderator and timer. So with that said, let's go to the candidates. Again, thanks for being here. It's really wonderful to have you here.
I think it's technology that we have here and that we know to make basically Berkeley a better city. In the 90s, I had students literally build the first parts of the first national park website. We can use similar technology on the web that can put crime statistics on the web. We can track stolen bicycles with these little sensors that are produced and provided on Shaddix. We can put software that's it's an open source Prey software that can track stolen laptops. 3 times as many laptops get stolen at the beginning of the school year. We reduce crime that way. We can also match, and this is one of the most important things, match the empty storefronts with the most appropriate businesses using GIS technology. This is something, if nothing else, we need to revitalize our downtown.
Jim Nelson.
There's one policy that I want to accomplish in the 4 years that I can be your council person is to improve the downtown. The downtown is both for you as students and also for the residents. It is the one melting pot in our city. And what I hope to do is a 4-point program. First, I want to create great pedestrian spaces. I want to use Center Street as a public plaza, much like Sproul Plaza is your separate plaza. I want to make Center Street a public plaza for the citizens and you together. Secondly is I want to create a transit hub in the downtown. I want to take Berkeley Square and turn that into a terminal for buses. Third is I want to increase parking in the downtown by having Shattuck Square become a more parking area. And fourth is I want to reroute the traffic around the BART station so that we can reserve areas for pedestrian life in the downtown. Thank you.
Okay, that's Jesse Ergen.
Good evening. My name is Jesse Ergen. I'm the incumbent Berkeley City Council member representing District 4, which includes downtown. And with the support of students, I became the first Latino and the youngest council member elected in Berkeley history 2 years ago. My opponent has said that he is the more mature candidate in this race. I don't know what he means by that, but if he means that just because someone is young that they cannot make a difference, he is wrong. I truly believe that a person can make a difference regardless of their age. And throughout my entire life, I've been dedicated to political activism and public service. During my 8 years in Berkeley, I've been involved in advocating for more affordable housing in Berkeley. During my time in the council, I've been committed to real student representation in city government. And if I'm elected, I'll work to try to make sure that students have a voice in the decision-making process. I'm a strong environmental advocate, which is why I have the sole endorsement of the Sierra Club in my campaign for re-election to the city council. So I would appreciate your support to continue to ensure not only that we have somebody under the age of 50 on the Berkeley City Council. It's amazing to think that there isn't anybody under the age of 50 on the city council, that we can have a strong advocate for young people and students in city government. So thank you.
The next question is this. The city has a vested interest in the success of the university. In light of this, how will you ensure that UC Berkeley remains great during this recession and is able to build the labs, dormitories, and other facilities it needs to do so? How will you avoid tree-sitting episodes and other resource training conflicts that negatively impact both the city and the university?
Well,
Jesse Ergen.
Well, first I think it's important to distinguish the UC administration from the UC students, faculty, and staff. When I was a student at UC Berkeley, I saw my student fees rise exponentially. And I know that the service workers are being paid unfair wages and unfair contracts. And so we as students and we as workers and community members need to work in coalition to try to push the university in a more progressive direction, to make sure that we don't have fee hikes, to make sure that we don't have workers who are receiving unfair wages and benefits. But I think, it's a two-way street. I think while we want to certainly recognize the important role the university plays in our community, the university also has to respect the community, has to respect the students, has to respect its neighbors. One way of collaboration, which we've seen, is during the downtown planning process when the city and university sat down to actually work out a framework for the future of downtown. That's the kind of collaboration I'd like to see happen going forward.
Jim Novus.
I'd like to focus on West Berkeley for that answer. You have a lot of R&D technicians up here. I'm sure Bernd knows this more than I do. And they're looking for spaces. And they don't have them. They can't find those spaces. They go to Emeryville, they go to Richmond, they go to Oakland, they go down to South San Francisco, they go to Burger King, but they don't go to West Berkeley. And I think it's very important that we capture all that technology up there that's deep, that's just brimming to the full with people who want to have firms and who want to do businesses in West Berkeley. So I would look to focusing on West Berkeley and making it a more friendly place for R&D development. At the same time, we have to maintain our manufacturing base and craftsman base in West Berkeley, which is terrific, by the way. We got glass blowers down there, we got cabinet smiths, we got foundry people, we got bronze people, and it's great. Thank you.
Brett Wall.
What we have to do is just find common interests and find common goals. There's a lot of high-tech companies in Silicon Valley that would love to move to Berkeley. In fact, they've asked me, are there places we can go? Let's provide those facilities. I know Google, Microsoft, all wanted to have facilities here. I know that we have some. We got Nokia to move in here. We have